Homophobic slurs are now punishable by prison in Brazil. Here's what we know. The country's Supreme Federal Court decided to harden its legislation with regards to homophobia. Homophobic speech will now be punished as harshly as racist hate speech, which is already punishable by prison in the country. This 9-1 ruling means that anyone charged with homophobic speech may now face 2 to 5 years in prison. Before this, homophobic speech was only a crime when it targeted the LGBTQ+ community as a whole, not specific individuals. The queer community faces rampant discrimination in Brazil. Human rights groups tracked at least 228 murders of LGBTQ+ people in the country in 2022. Brazil is also the deadliest country in the world for trans people. According to trans rights group Transgender Europe, over 1,700 trans people in the country have been killed between 2008 and 2022.
Shalom, shalom. Brother Yasir, keepers of sheep, back with another lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. Today's lesson will be titled Rights and Rainbows versus Fire and Brimstone. All right. And it's inspired, as you can see, by this by Brazil. It says Brazil is using homophobic slurs is now punishable by prison. So Brazil, I guess a Supreme Court is ruling that homophobic homophobic slurs is hate speech and can result in prison time. So this is major, man. This is really it's at the same time it's a beautiful thing because prophecy coming to pass, but at the same time it's vexing, man. All right, and it's time the Most High come and destroy this place. All right, but at the same time, like I said, it's this prophecy because ultimately this is coming to push their family of the word for. Cause I don't know if you've seen the brothers in the great millstone in the Brazil area, but brothers preaching the word, and a trans or anybody from that community, the alphabet community, seem to be offended, then that brother can face up to prison time. All right. So it's a balance there. Like I said, at the same time, it's a good thing because prophecy coming to pass. All right. And I guess I like to start it off in the book of Genesis, man, with Genesis 19 and the Sodom and Gomorrah, man, because that's it's the same thing today. All right, same thing today. But we'll start off in verse 1. This is Genesis 19:1. It reads, "And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold, now, my lords, turn in, and I pray you into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the streets all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even of the men of Sodom, compassed the house round about, round both old and young, all the people from every quarter." So, these angels, man, they don't came into Lot's house, to sit down and eat with them, and just rest, man, just chill out. All right. But now you got all these men. You got all these men coming from everywhere. All right, even Sodom. All right, you got all these men coming, and then they surrounded the house. They got men on the front of the house, the side of the house, and the back of it. They surrounded the house, man. All right. And this is 5. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came in thee this night? These men, those angels, all right. They a lot see them as angels for who they is, but they just see them as men, all right. It says, Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. All right. And they saying that we may know them, but Lot knows what's really on their heart, what their true intentions is. And we know, when it says know them, it's meaning like, be with them, to go into them. All right. I ain't gonna write it out for you, but, all right, this is 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him. So Lot went outside. He like, man, hey, what the hell y'all want, man? All right, he done shut the door behind him. The angels in the house. Yeah, he telling these people, hey, and he said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. So he telling these men, hey, please don't do nothing wicked, man. I pray you, please don't do nothing wicked, because Lot already know what's on your man's heart. Hey, they tell him, hey, man, let me see those 2 men that's in the house. These what the men saying. The men outside saying, let me see these 2 men so we can know them. But Lot knows what's on their mind, man. Lot knows what's on their heart. He know their true intention. He know that they want to do wickedly. They want to do, all right. 8, and it reads, behold, this is Lot speaking. He says, behold, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. So he telling me, I got 2 daughters. And he say, no man have known. He say, which have not known man. Going back, say, they want to know them. Know that. So really, knowing somebody, they really saying, get down with them, be with them, lay with them. All right. So he's saying, I got these 2 virgin daughters. They never known man. They never be with nobody. They say, he's Lot saying, do what you want with them, man. Just don't bother these men, man. All right. Pick back up at 8. I'm gonna start at the top. Genesis 19:8. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came under the shadow of my roof. And they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will need be a judge. Now, will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But then put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. So the angels done pulled Lot in. All right. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house. So you got all these men, they don't rush the door now. They seeing Lot not budging. They don't rush the door to break the door down. And it's 11, start back at the top. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. 12. And the men said unto Lot, hast there any besides son-in-law and thy sons and thy daughters and whatsoever thou hast in this city? Bring them out of this place, for we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. So these angels see what's going on. These angels see, hey, man, hey, this is bad, man. The angels see the state that these men in and these intentions, man. They say, hey, okay, we done seen enough. Okay, the Lord sent us here for a reason, and now we see it's clear what we have to do now. It's obvious, all right. So they telling Lot, hey, man, tell your sons, tell your daughters, your sons-in-laws, your daughters-in-laws, hey, pack your things, man, and get out, because they gotta destroy this place. And we know how that ended. Being Sodom and Gomorrah, we know that the Lord destroyed that place with fire and brimstone, man. Same thing today. You got the men of the Lord warning, man. Warning, hey, the Lord gonna destroy this place with fire and brimstone, because you got a lot of men in this same state. You got men out here, wanting to lie with men and things of that nature. All right. So we're just gonna get a couple precepts going off for what the Lord set before us, and how to deal with these situations, and what to do and what not to do. I'm starting Leviticus 18:22, and it reads, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. All right. The Lord says, read it again, Leviticus 18:22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. All right, next precept, Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, and they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So, in Brazil, these acts are, saying something to these people is punishable by prison. But here the Lord told us, if you doing such acts, then that's punishable by death, man. All right. So, the Lord told us, trust, don't trust man, trust the Lord, man. All right. What else? Romans 1:26. It's a good one. For this cause God gave them much vile affection, for even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. So you got man and woman. You got men, with the intentions to be women, and women with the intentions to be men. All right. Just trying to be careful what I say and how I say it. Okay. What else? But yeah, man, in so many words, the Lord told us from the beginning, man. Be a man should be with a woman, man. Let's read this, Genesis 2:24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh, man. So a man shall leave his father and his mother, not his father and his father, or his mother and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. All right, and the Lord say, be fruitful and multiply. You can't, a man and a man can't be fruitful and multiply. A woman and a woman can't be fruitful and multiply. All right. Just a quick lesson. Last precept, 1 Corinthians 6:9, and it reads, Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. So, the Lord hate many things, and many things won't get you the kingdom of heaven. But going back to Genesis, man, the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because hey, what was going on down there? Same thing today in Brazil. Same thing in the Great Babylon. Same thing here in America, man, and in many more places. So that's why you see a lot of these fires and hurricanes and earthquakes, tornadoes. It's the Lord, man. It's the works of the Lord, and this is only the beginning. There's much more to come to pass. But with that, I'd like to wrap it up. Lord willing, that was edifying. Wrap it up, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akakwadash.